Hello there.
There is an absolutely huge leak going around right now regarding the future of the MCU, and if this ends up being true, it could absolutely save the future of the Marvel movies, and it would make everything leading up to this point make a lot more sense, where people are feeling like the Doom story is kind of rushed, like we're rushing into Secret Wars, like there hasn't really been enough good Marvel movies. Well, according to current leaks and rumors coming from somebody over on X who isn't a super reliable leaker, he's like a newer guy, but he's claiming that he leaked out stuff about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness before anybody else did, and then he had to delete and recreate his account, and so he's posting off of a new account talking about leaks that we are set to see revealed at SDCC. And one of the major leaks that they're talking about is something regarding World War Hulk. So we're gonna get into it in this video, talk about the future of the Hulk, talk about whether or not this stuff is real, because we've been hearing about it for years, and at this point it just feels like we're getting our freaking chain tugged here, and take that however you want. But yeah, we're gonna discuss it all in this video. If you guys enjoy my content, then check out my channel. I have a whole bunch more stuff just like this, and let's do it.
The Atomic Affair.
So in 2022 or so, in 2023, somewhere in there, we started hearing huge rumors about Thor 5, about Doctor Strange 3, about a lot of stuff leading up to Avengers Secret Wars, that they could potentially be split into two parts. And we were also hearing a lot about a World War Hulk project coming to the MCU. And that was rumored for a long time. It bounced around between a Disney Plus series and a movie. And a lot of people were saying it was going to adapt this element of a comic and that element of a comic, that we're going to see the return of the Savage Hulk, that the World War Hulk movie is actually scrapped, and that the elements of the story are going to be thrown into an arc in Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars, which to me just sounds like a huge cluttered mess. But it wasn't making sense after a while, and I kind of got to the point where, like, in the last 4 or 5 months, I just kind of gave up on it. I'm like, look, man, if this movie comes to fruition, it does, but I've been reporting on it for too long, kind of saying that the movie is coming according to a lot of really reliable leakers, and then it never came to fruition. It hasn't come to fruition. We have heard zero announcements, but we do know that there are some movies that are on the slate for Marvel, at least one that has a release date that does not yet have a title. So we have some movies in Phase 6 that have not yet been revealed. So we know that Marvel is hiding something under the rug, that they have a bigger plan that they are keeping under wraps. Well, according to the most recent leaks about the MCU, according to this guy on X who I was talking about in the intro, these leaks are actually about the second part of the Phase 6 movie slate that includes an Avengers Secret Wars Part 2, and that apparently includes World War Hulk. So this is what the leaker had to say. Now, the guy's name is James Mackwell over on X. He said, I am told that Marvel will announce the rest of Phase 6 at their SDCC panel, and that they are all set to announce World War Hulk. Now, guys, if that ends up being true, for one, it means they're going to have to have worked out the right situation over at Universal, but that would be an absolutely huge move for Marvel. If you couple this with all of the other leaks that we're hearing, it seems like we could be on the cusp of having a really large slate of movies being announced for the upcoming years in the MCU, and having the multiverse saga actually extended out, giving us time to flesh this story out, giving us kind of a larger perspective on the fact that Doomsday could simply be an origin story for Doom leading into a 2-part Secret Wars movie. And that would give us time to bask in the, Battle World juices, I guess, for a little bit. I don't know why I'm using weird analogies today, but I am, guys. Yeah, so they could give them time to kind of live in that Battle World realm for a little bit, potentially have the Battle World phase that we have been hearing has been teased in the MCU, and then give us that World War Hulk project. And this could also mean that that concept art that we saw is actually for the World War Hulk movie that is set in Greenland. Now, Greenland is a continent on Battleworld that is full of a whole bunch of different Hulk type people. In the comics, it was ruled by a version of the Red Hulk, essentially, and then we also had another continent called Dystopia, which was ruled over by Maestro, where he essentially ruled it with an iron fist like a dictator. Now, in the Avengers Secret Wars movie, or in a potential World War Hulk project, I am thinking that we are going to see a mesh of that, where we would see Greenland, but with Maestro as the ruler, ruling it with an iron fist over all of the other Hulks. And we could potentially see this Maestro, if they go down the fan service route, like John Krasinski and fucking, Deadpool and Wolverine and everything they've been doing over the last few years, we could see this either played by returning Edward Norton variant Hulk, or even more exciting, by the Eric Bana Hulk, who could be like a 15 or 20 foot tall version of the Maestro Hulk. This sounds a little extreme, guys, but it seems like if all of the stuff that is being leaked out right now is true, then we are building up to a huge, crazy multiverse phase, Battle World phase, before we, call it quits and then reboot into a smaller story in the upcoming Mutant Saga, leading to like Apocalypse or an Avengers vs. X-Men major conflict or something like that. So comment down below, guys. Let me know what you think about the prospects of us actually getting World War Hulk announced at SDCC and being added to the slate of movies coming out between Doomsday and Secret Wars, or between Secret Wars Part 1 and Part 2. All of this is to be determined, but I will be reporting all of this stuff on my channel. As always, take this stuff with a grain of salt, because like I said, this leaker isn't super reliable, but there's something in my gut that is telling me that we're looking at the real deal here, guys. So comment down below, let me know what you think about all this stuff, and for this video, that is all I got. So until the next one, be safe and stay well, guys. Bye-bye.